Hello and welcome back to the 2016 Monster Train Libertarian National Debate. The next question up for debate tonight is, should you need a license to drive the train into the heart of hell? We will now hear from the candidates. And this is me. I'm playing all three of the candidates in sequence. Hell no. And then I move over. What's next? Am I gonna need to have a license to play train steward in my own damn train? And then this is me. I move over slightly more to the left. Well, I think maybe a little bit of confidence in them now in the audio. Boo! Welcome back to Monster Train. I thought about that video today and I went, that's gonna be the intro. If you haven't seen that video, you should. It's really good. I was talking about it a few months ago on stream a bunch, and I was referencing it a bunch. It's, I think it's the 2016 Libertarian debate, where Gary Johnson gets booed for saying he thinks people should have driver's licenses. Yeah. It's good shit. Highly recommend. I need to turn the game up. I, did a crazy sound crunch today, and lowered my sound a bunch on everything. So I gotta, give me a second here. I think this is about right. Maybe a little, just a touch louder. That feels good. Yeah, that feels good. Hope you're doing well today. I am now filling time because I did not look at what requests came out of the mail. Let me open up the mail really quick. Is this? This is the right one, yeah. I went on Facebook. This is the story I'm going to tell you while I'm searching. I went on Facebook today for the first time in a very long time. And you know what Facebook is like 5 years after finishing high school? It's just me going, wow, that person got married 6 times. Crazy. So many people got married. And what am I doing? Playing Monster Train. Imagine being married right now. Oh, tough. This is a little loud. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. I overcompensated. That's probably good. We are Exile Umbra. I did not see a request for anything here in the recent comments. If you have a request, if you want an Exile Melting combo, please leave it in the comments below this video, and I will do my best to both see it and play it. Without any further ado, don't forget to like the video, comment the video, subscribe the video. Some YouTubers tell you to hit the bell. I don't know, by mentioning it like this, now I feel less of a negative feeling towards it, but also I don't really know if it matters. It probably matters, but also if you're gonna watch Monster Train, you probably know when this video is going up. Somewhere around 2 p.m. every day. Eastern time anyway. Without any further ado now, for real, we got Pushback Talos, gross, Curse Fell, Diligent Seraph, Immortal Trade, Welder Helper, Prism Retrieval, we're Exile Umbra, Exile Hellhorned. I swear I play so much Umbra Hellhorned, or Exile Umbra Hellhorned in particular. It feels like it happens a lot more often than I would expect. I'll take the +3. +3 is really good on Penumbra, not Penumbra, Primordium, whoever the hell you are. I've said it in the past, I will say it again. I think that if you take Stalwart Snack, you are just asking to lose. So I'm gonna go aggressive edible. And we're gonna see what we see. I'm gonna also, real quick here, take off my hoodie. It's a little warm. No spikes here, no spikes here. Alright. Hoodie's gone. I am ready. Sitting up, checking my posture. Been sitting all day and I've been not sitting very well. So, trying to do something about that. But yeah, Exile Umbra with an aggressive edible start, you know the deal. We're gonna look for something good with Multistrike. It's nothing that's gonna sneak me out of the win here. We got Pushback Talos is maybe the scariest thing we have here. I don't even think she's that scary though. Not on this run anyway. This run feels pretty well situated to get through this early game here. Do you fear death? You should. God, the Inflor is gonna slap. Unlucky. We have Welder Helper too, and I didn't draw any Welder Helpers before Primordium died, which is really good. I, of course, am not afraid of this fight whatsoever. We are cruising. We're probably gonna look for... Branded Warrior would be good if we get basically a unit that we can give Multistrike. Any unit that takes Multistrike will normally takes Multistrike a lot better here. We don't have a unit drop though, so we'll see what the first banner looks like. Morsel Miner is pretty good. I'm gonna take Mind Collapse. I have no targeted damage. Hornbreak is good for the same reason I just picked Mind Collapse. The only other thing to consider is Vent. Vent is better, I think. Okay, Hellhorned unit. If there's Multistrike here, we just take a unit and put Multistrike on it. Okay, so we just hope that this isn't a bad unit. Hey, look at that. You like to see it. You very much like to see it. I will just give him plus 25. I don't think that there's a reason. The only other thing he could take is Large Stone, but in the grand scheme of things, the 15 damage and 15 health are not going to be that impactful. Cool. So we just hold over our Vent, and then we're cruising. We also have Plink, so this trial is free. Like, every card in this deck answers these enemies in some way. Oh, almost every card. Okay, and we even have a nice little secondary plan here of armor for the survivability for the boss. Alright, there might be a desk bump. No, I'm just repositioning. We're good. Queen's Impling here is good. Yeah, okay. Now the big question here is, would I spec into Superfood from this position? The answer is nah, probably not. I know it sounds cool, but in reality, we don't need to. It feels kind of like a waste to me, honestly. Yeah, great work, Blank. I feel like the amount of value, like the amount of rage stacks he's going to get is going to be very small in comparison to the 20 damage late game we're going to be missing. I guess that's assuming we don't go, but we would never go Superfood too. Why would you? Yeah, good point. Prismal Dust is fine. Survivability is all we need. This is really just a take to be like 100% on getting through Talos. Ritual is also fine. Oh yeah, we get a unit here. I'm probably taking energy, so Demon Fiend isn't the worst pickup of my life. I don't need him though. Maybe it's not a bad idea to grab him. I can't take Allied Construct, especially not into this Talos. He's just a dead unit. Rail Beater is kinda terrible. I think this is a skip. The second heavy poses a bit of a threat in the mid and late game, but I don't know. Probably fine. I'm gonna go for the Relic here. What would I do? Maybe Welder Helper. I'll just go for the Relic. The heal isn't bad either. Light's Gift is really good here. We just set up top floor as much as possible. Oh yeah, and Blood for Blood is just... Oh wait, Petrified Heart's also really good, right? So it takes away the ability to give him a lifesteal morsel, but in exchange he gains 40 health. That doesn't sound that good when you put it like that, does it? There is the value of, like, having an aggressive edible Primordium with more health than attack is strange. Something that would be unique, but I think that I can win by just slapping an Immortal Trade on Branded Warrior before boss rounds, so we can just, like, double stack Permafrost Immortal Trade and give him 4 free rounds is what I'm thinking for Seraph, maybe. Other than that, what else can I say here? So I don't think it's the Petrified Heart. It sounds really cool at first. You get 43. So right now he ends at 51. If I take Petrified Heart, he ends at, what is it? It'd be plus 48, so he'd end at 70, 81, so it's a difference of 30 health, basically. Wow, that's not that much, is it? That seems like it should be more. It should be more. It's 40 health, yeah. The plus 10. Right, of course. You knew that. I already said that. But... So the difference is just 15 health versus taking Heartstone, so it's never Petrified Heart here. Yeah. I had to roundabout walk through that. I recognize as well that it gives us more tankiness on the Implings, but that's not necessarily a good thing with Welder Helper. So I'm just gonna grab Blood for Blood here. Blood for Blood is just super worth it when we're worried about heavies walking up. Interesting thing to note about this boss, even though it'll never happen, if I could generate an Antumbra morsel, it would tank the hit. Like the pushback hit wouldn't hit the like it wouldn't kill the morsel. Now, the killer here is the armor, of course. But it's fine to play it like this. Because the upside is we have, not Blood for Blood, but Light's Gift. So, we're actually, we're gonna farm this combat. We're gonna leave here with a lot of health, right? Because... Oh, wait a minute, what am I... It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I shouldn't have set up... No, I should have set up like this, yeah. Because of Light's Gift, I can set up like this and it doesn't make a difference. All the healers are gonna walk up and die, although this guy's gonna walk up, but he's neutral. I can Mind Collapse him, actually. Look at that. This is gonna be a really good combat. Light's Gift is nuts here, holy moly. I didn't realize that Light's Gift was gonna go so hard. Light's Gift, like, single-handedly clutching the run here. It's putting in a lot of work. Maybe I'm overstating it a little bit, but it's doing a lot for me. Also, these imps are gonna get a lot of rage. I guess that... Am I gonna multi-strike a Welder Helper in this run? Unironically, like I'm just gonna do it because it's good? That doesn't seem right. Oh. Doesn't really matter a whole lot what I do here. I'm just gonna take the Prismal Dust. I am in a position on this run where if they show us multi-strike, it's probably worth taking for our Welder Helpers. So, yeah, that's how this run's going. And we are slapping right now. It's easy to have a very swift and painful fall from Grace, but I imagine it won't happen soon. It's gonna be it's similar to the last run really, where we're gonna have a really fragile, really high rage unit who is going to go toe to toe with Sarah. Forever Consumed is fine. Shroud Spike isn't great, and Shroud Mitosis is also not great. Forever Consumed is good. We're not making morsels very reliably, or pretty soon it's going to be not making morsels at all because we're going to clear out these plinks. But, you know, it's not a run for Consumer. And this is energy. It's Curse Fell, and we have a generally pretty expensive deck with a lot of X-cost cards and units. Like, effectively, let me walk you through the entire thought process behind this decision, because for a while I was just pick, draw, but this is very, very clearly energy, and it's not just because it's Curse Fell, right? You scroll through the deck here and you go, what cards do I want to play? Well, I want to play Branded Warrior, of course, so he's kind of not factored in because he's a unit. I want to play Forever Consumed, I want to play Mind Collapse, those are X costs. Conditionally, I want to play Immortal Trade, which is a 0 cost. I want to play Prismal Dust, that's an X cost. I want to play Ritual of Battle, that's a 3 cost, and I want to play Welder Helpers. And then, like, the rest of the energy that we spend is going to go thinning the deck out by playing out these units that we would otherwise skip because we're trying to play these expensive cards. And then it effectively lets us thin our deck out faster than taking draw would, if that makes sense. An interesting circumstance, so it's worth talking through. And I don't really want the multi-strike, so I'll go to the right. Endless is pretty bad because I can't kill the imps, so it's not super useful. And we're looking for +10 holdover. Wow. I've had this happen before, specifically in an Exile Umbra run, where as I'm saying the thing that we're gonna look for, it just shows up. You like to see it. I'm not going to be taking superfood here. I wonder if it's worth it though. I don't think it is. We're gonna have a 2013 if we go on the superfood path, which is gonna be worth 60. So to make up for the to make up for the lost attack in rage, he has to transfer 10 rage per turn, right? Because the final level of aggressive edible goes from 20 to 40, so the total amount that he's worth is 120. 3 times 40. Superfood has to transfer, because he's going to be a 2013, in order to make up for the lost attack, he has to transfer 10 rage per turn, be equal to 30 rage to make up for the loss of 60 attack. Obviously you get the health to go with it, but we're looking at alternative answers to he runs out of health. Armor, lifesteal, damage, shield are all in the deck to help out. Heaven's Seal doesn't scare me. We have blood for blood, so even in our worst cases we're not taking that much. And in our best cases, I don't know, because this isn't one of them. I guess no, I don't want to play. I will just send him. Just getting rid of the draw card there. I could have obviously played that guy, but doesn't seem super worth it to me here. Nice. We're in a solid position here. I'm gonna ping off those 9-2s whenever I can. Branded Warrior starts his scaling, and as long as he starts his scaling, he'll take over. And we don't have to worry about his health in any way. Looking pretty solid here. The thing to watch out for is going to be Diligent Seraph. I'm going to want to pick up a few cards that say Consume to help ease the transition into fighting Diligent Seraph. It's more value if I just play Vent here than it is if I play Forever Consume. I get more rage. He'll kill both of them. And if he doesn't, well, they're gonna have to reckon with Welder Helper, and then, well, you know. Can't believe I'm just slapping imps down behind him to serve as rage holders. If I can keep drawing Welder Helper at the end of the draw cycle, that's gonna be an excellent pickup too. Like, that's gonna be really fortunate. Sure, and we crushed him. We absolutely crushed him. Not close. Great work. Concussive Coals. Lots of dazing on this run. Concussive Coals is, at first glance, you may look at this and go, oh, that's worthless. But it's actually really nice because it'll daze the 15 threes that Seraph puts on the train. These are not good. I would take a card that costs a small amount to have for Diligent Seraph. These are not spells that consume for cheap. Prism Retrieval is, but you have to play it last. So, am I taking Emberforge? No. Wow, I said I wanted a cheap spell that I could play on Diligent Seraph, and they offered me 2 3-cost spells and a conditional 1-cost spell. Interesting. I could take Inferno here. You know what? I will take Inferno here. My general thoughts on Inferno is a card that's very strong, and yet I don't think you always take it. My general philosophy is if you're doing a 1-floor setup, it's a lot better to take Inferno because you typically will be able to play it. If you're playing on 2 floors, it's usually pretty bad, is what I find. I'm gonna pull 2 Queen Zimplings and then start taking out Plinks. I'm gonna pull 1 now. We gotta be careful about the balance of spells. I should actually count the spells. How many spells do I have that are okay to burn? 5, 6, oh god. 5, 6, it's like, I guess 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like maybe 10. We're gonna want to pick up like 4 more spells. I think 12 to 14 is the range of spells you want to have that can consume. So maybe I won't be pulling Plinks so quickly. Spell Shield matters. It matters for the second wave, which will hurt me. I have to draw Inferno on the second or third turn. We have a 10 card range to draw it. So first we have to not draw it in the first 5. Then we have to draw it in the next 10. I think it's fine. The real threat is going to be the 10-2s that spawn behind the boss, but I can kill those with just playing Vent on them 3 times. So all we have to worry about is this wave. We didn't draw this wave, the one that just spawned. Cool. I'm really good at the game. Nice, that's really, really good. Thanks, Inferno. With the free Slay trigger too. Ooh, buddy. And we don't draw the Welder Helper. I gotta say, I do my best, right? I do my best to make sure that I give credit where credit is due. We have been very, very fortunate. It's not so much that I want to be like, oh, well, we've just gotten really lucky on this run. It's more so that we've gotten, like, every circumstance has worked out to about as well as I could hope. Nothing has gone against us yet, so I'm pretty thankful to the game for that. What am I doing? I guess I'm just gonna draw Inferno. Because I put myself in a position, I should have just played the in-playing. I guess it's fine, actually. All I have to do is I have to play Vent on this floor every turn, so that we go through the Spell Shield. Or I can Inferno it. That works too. Cool. Another really solid one, but you can see that this will not kill Seraph, right? You can see pretty confidently we won't kill Seraph with this right now, but we still have time to piece it together. We still have time. Void Binding, well, I didn't take the perils, so I don't know about Void Binding here. I also don't like it into Diligent Seraph. Now, will I take Engine Upgrade just as a card to consume? Yeah, I think it's fine. We need 1 energy cards that can consume, and this is just a +1 to all of our X cost cards. Imp in a Box is also fine. March of Shields is fine as well. This can get to be about... This card's probably worth about 40 armor if I were to guess, 30 to 40 in a fight. In a good fight, I guess. I'm gonna take Imp in a Box. I think it's gonna be more worth it. If it pops out, like, any of the non-Rage Molten or Pyre Chomper imps, then we're in a good spot. I hit the holdover +10. We can go to the right here and take trinkets. See what we see. Trap Cage, but I don't have a movement card. I'll roll this. Yeah, these are all bad. Go down to 3 Queens and Plings. And then I think I still remove the Plinks. I'm gonna do it. We'll see if this bites me. I think it shouldn't. As long as I can pick up like 1 or 2 spells in the next 3 rooms, or I guess 2 rooms really. In the next 4 card packs, 1 or 2 spells is all I need. And we're cruising. Can't play all of you. I will skip the Welder Helper. And I will Engine Upgrade. Gonna take a few curses. We are reliant on a specific card draw to kill backline, so it is annoying for curse combats, which Seraph is a curse combat, so thankfully we got the double days here. We also have 5 energy, so these guys going up isn't the end of the world. It's just a little annoying. I am a fool. Way to contrition first, you idiot. What are you doing? It's probably fine anyway. This is the first point in the game where it's like, okay, we could lose here. Up until now, it has been a very, very decisive victory, right? I should have played the Implant. I'm not thinking my plays through too much, and I should. Hey, these aren't good. If I play the Fledgling Imp, I don't have room for Welder Helper, which does matter. It's not like I can kill the Welder Helper. So we have to be more cognizant of our Immortal trades, right? I have to recognize the timing where I just go and play Immortal trade. I have to be aware. And it's after the last curse comes in. It's like, so now I start playing Immortal Trade on cooldown. Even though it's armor as our some sort of main plan, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I miss out on, like, we have a lot of conflicting options here. I should stop playing Vent at this point also. It's force a habit, but I should stop it. 5, and we get to 9. Okay. Like, this will probably kill Seraph, right? 9, so he gets, effectively, he gets 5 free rounds, and then he gets 3 more rounds after that, so he has 8 rounds. And on Seraph, his attack is going to be higher by 60. So, you know, start to do the math. We got 8 rounds at 400 damage per round or so. Oh yeah, and then we take Furnace Tap. Okay. Oh yeah. It's coming together. I think that we're in a very, very stable position. I don't need anything from the left, so I'll go to the right. +3 magic power is kind of nice. Yeah, sure. Double stacking. Probably Furnace Tap and then he's Multistrike 4. Now, mind you, Multistrike more does lower his number of rounds because 9 lifesteal now only buys 3 hits. But at the same time, he's going to be doing like 800 damage, so it seems fine. Permafrost is really good in this deck. Permafrost is really, really good. Yeah. Okay. Give a +10 to mine. Actually, give a +10 to mine class, and I can think about giving it to Blink. Yeah, well, you know, it is like truly, it's a blessed run. I don't know what else to tell you. The run is just blessed. The game has seen fit to reward me, and we take those. Now I can't duplicate this because I won't be able to play both of them, but that's fine. Throw a -1 here. Is it ever Stalwart Snack? It's 100 instead of 120. He gets more health by, it's 12 more health? It's never Stalwart Snack here. The increased ramp-up time also is just really rough. I don't think it's worth. Heaven's Seal is probably worth respecting. Yeah, I shouldn't do it to myself. We're gonna need to chip away at the 10-190s for sure. Although maybe I could have just sent it. I wonder. What do you got for me? It's Welder Helper. Look at that. Alright. Once we draw Vent, I wonder if I do just start slamming Furnace Tap at a stage like this. I need you to not give me that again. Am I just gonna play Furnace Tap here? What's the downside? I don't get to play any of these. That's fine. It really doesn't seem like it's gonna matter a ton. I don't want to steal Slays, but I do want the Mind Collapse. But it's mostly, yeah, I don't need to. You do 96 times 4. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the vent just in case, but I don't think I need to kill anything with it. He's also at 100 times 4. I should have, I could have said it was gonna be a little higher, but I didn't. He's just gonna slay everything, right? He just wipes the floors. I'll keep holding the vent just in case, but like he just clears it, right? He farms? He doesn't farm this one. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I need to kill one of you. I should probably be killing these. It doesn't matter if he is just a monster at this point. Like, absolutely ruthless. This guy, he fucks. I can't put it any other way. He is down and dirty. He is going to, if we make this, we're gonna kill Sarah, like for sure. It's very strong. However, it is worth mentioning that if I do plan on making something like this early, there's pluses and minuses to it basically. I'm gonna take a lot of damage from the curses because I'm gonna run out of things to consume very quickly. Yeah, it's like if it weren't Diligent Seraph, and also it weren't Chase Seraph, it's really just like none of the Seraphs are great against this plan, come to think of it. I'll grab the Feast for something to eat. Branding Right is worse because of Tempered Talisman. Imp in a Box does cost energy though, it costs 2. I'll just skip it. I'll take the removals here. There's just nothing worth. Ooh. Sorry. I'm yawning a lot, even though I'm like, this is an early episode. I started this episode at 2:30. So, I don't know why I have no right to be tired. Do this. The implings don't make a huge difference at this point anyway. Should check the trinket shop just in case. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, it's not possible. It's fine. We have 180 to spend. Holdover isn't super good here, although I guess Holdover Immortal trade is kind of nice. We don't play it until Seraph enters Relentless, and then we just drop 12 lifesteal and he crushes. But it's fair to grab the -1s. A +10 is also pretty nice because it means that these can potentially kill purifiers. A lot of this deck comes down to hitting my vent in time. Mostly it. Making plagues free means that the barrier to entry on furnace tapping is lower. Let's give it a shot. Diligent Seraph has put us in a difficult position, but I think that we can win this. Oh yeah, we drew vent turn 1. I'm really good at the game. Great. I'm gonna play top floor regardless of if it loses space or not because of the Light's Gift. Light's Gift is the main, like, hard carry on this run. Light's Gift is putting it down to an extreme degree. Light's Gift is putting in work for us. Concussive Pull is also very nice there. The consume cards. I'm feeling pretty confident here. I'm going to... I should have played Forever Consume first. Gonna get lower damage numbers because he's not gonna be slaying entire floors. Although if Seraph wants to oblige... Oh, look at this hand. I did take Feast for this, funny enough. It's interesting because if I play Feast, I actually stop killing the Lightwings, but then I just play the Vent, and it's okay. Because so I play Vent up here so that I kill this Lightwings, and it doesn't matter because the Purifier is dazed, and the next wave does not have a Purifier. I believe. Yeah, it's the double heavy wave. First double heavy wave does not hold a Purifier. Little tip for you on Diligent Seraph. I'm not going to care about the armor here. I'm going to go ahead and play the Fledgling just because they have the rage to begin with. I have to play next turn. I only have... So, 3, 2, and 1. 1, I don't think. No, 1 has a purifier. I don't think 2 has a purifier, and 3 does. Basically, I believe there's a purifier next wave, not the wave after that, and then there is one on the last wave. This might be wrong. In fact, I would bet that it's wrong. However, too late for that. I'm gonna... So, the reason to reason that out is because I have to think about if it's right to just slam Furnace, tap, trade. It still might be. But he's not gonna gain many more kills, so I think it's fine to chill. And I'm not gonna worry about playing Prismal Dust yet. Purifier here, yeah. I was expecting this. Get rid of our first Plink. Plink is doing its job. Make sure we play Ritual. I'm down to play Inferno here. It's 100 damage on the Seraph, which matters, and we can vent this for them. Vent 4 sets up the kill on those guys, and then I think there's a Purifier on the last wave. I'm gonna Furnace tap this turn. This is the turn to go for it here. We get enough value out of this turn that if we end up consuming the vent... I won't consume the vent for there to be a Purifier, is basically the reasoning here. This is the turn to go. We get 178 free, or 268 free damage because the whole wave goes through. He slays the whole floor. It's super worth. That's the turn to do it. And then I just hold over my vent and I consume it on the next turn. And we're chilling. I might not even have to consume it also. We'll take some like shard damage, but it's not a huge deal. I'm actually pretty surprised that I didn't, that I called the 4 waves correctly. I did not think that I would get that. Guess it really does just kind of come to you. You just kind of learn it. Forever Consume, by the way, fucking worthless on this run. Holy shit. The only thing that card's good for is being consumed. I will go ahead and play this. I may as well take the Welder Helper out as well. Pretty confident in this run. Pretty, like, it's still tough to say, I think. But I believe we have done enough. This boy should crush. He should crunch right through him, basically. Oh yeah, we also have a 60... Oh, no, 100% we won this, right? 73 damage on this guy. Oh, never mind. Look at this, you know? Again, I mentioned it in the last episode. I always say, like, on runs like this, I'm like, oh, it looks close. And you look at this and you go, this isn't close, is it? It's not, because we just play a Mortal Trade. But, like, you know, given the circumstances, the amount of dialogue that I gave and focus I gave to realizing that we could still lose this run was not incorrect. I was right. That run was still very losable if I misplayed, right? We had to start... I think that it comes down to deciding the correct turn to go, which we did. You talk out the 4 waves, you figure out the timing to go so you don't have too many curses. And, it, you know, I probably over-respect the curses as well. It doesn't really matter. Although it probably did matter actually, because if I get overwhelmed by curses, then I get less lifesteal, and then we end up falling apart there, perhaps. But, you know, at the end of the day, we take those. I think that was a total of 4 damage. I think it was 5 damage the entire run, which is pretty good, pretty solid. But, you know, the pyre health can be deceiving. That's all I'll say. And by that's all I'll say, I mean, I'll then explain what I mean by the pyre health can be deceiving, right? We took a total of 4 damage on the whole run. So you can look at this and you can go, wow, 4 damage the whole run? You must have been nuts. But we were, you know, reasonably close. One turn off, one slight mistake on that one where we missed like a little bit of lifesteal, or we miss a little bit of rage, and that one could go away, I think. Although, also, you know, could have gotten another round from the Welder Helpers, so who knows? It's really hard to say. A lot of ways that final combat can play out, come to think of it, but we found a winning one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, do not forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, I did not like the ordering of that. Pacing there, all wrong. Have a good one.